Hello, I'm Raiden, and this is the Anthem public demo. So I've played the first mission. I played it through on private because I wanted to sort of tweak the settings and get a good feel for the game. And these are my thoughts so far. So first start, I'm having a few issues with the performance. The frame rate isn't really where I want it to be, but it's sort of sitting around the 40 range. I've played around with the settings a bit to see if I can fix it up, and it's not running terribly, but not as well as I would hope. But anyway, if the frame rate seems a bit choppy in this video, that's because I'm having a few issues with it. It's not running at 60, unfortunately. So I'm going to keep playing around and see if I can get the performance up a little bit. The demo starts you off with the Ranger. So if you played in the alpha, it's the same one that you start off with in that. I haven't unlocked any other ones. This is the first mission that you can do. And it's okay. I mean, it's fairly basic to start off with. You get your basic assault rifle, you have a grenade, you have a rocket, you have a bubble that you can equip before the mission that isn't actually equipped already. So I don't know if other people also have that sitting in your inven, but if you happen to be playing the demo, then be sure to look for things that aren't equipped. So getting used to the flying on PC was pretty sketchy, I have to say. I'm going to have to play around a bit with the settings, sort of get it to where it feels natural, but I'm making my way through the levels okay. That's not too bad. Underwater is a whole different issue, but pretty much stay away from being underwater in this whole mission, so that's not really a problem for now. The mission itself sees you go into various checkpoints and killing enemies and interacting with various objects. It's nothing too thrilling really. You get to see some of the wildlife, you get to fly around some of the level. It's pretty open. I don't know if this is sort of the full open world that you're going to get access to, or if it's limited for the demo, so I'm assuming it'll be a lot bigger in the actual release, but the chunk that you get to fly around seems pretty big, and lots of things to explore, lots of little caves and stuff, and lots of wildlife to shoot. Of course you're going to shoot the wildlife. I mean, that's sort of the immediate reaction to seeing enemies in this game. Well, I say enemies, they're just animals doing their thing, and you're blowing them into pieces. The visuals are very nice. The motion blur is a bit of an issue, but if you want to get rid of it fully, then put your post-processing down to at least medium or low, and that should get rid of that. The field of view isn't amazing, but it's enough to sort of not get completely sick. Flying can be pretty tight sometimes, and sort of difficult to see around you. It sort of zooms in on your back as you're flying, so you don't get much of a view of your surroundings. So that's maybe a little bit of an issue, but I'm sure it's something you can get used to. The combat, which is going to be the most important thing, it's serviceable. It's okay. The special effects don't trigger if they have a shield, which as far as I remember is the same as Mass Effect. So you work the shields down and then you can set them on fire, or you can freeze them, or whatever you can do. In this game there are primers and detonators, so you can inflict status effects and then detonate them, effectively pull off combos, and that's big damage, and I couldn't really do that with my current loadout. As far as I'm aware, there might be a way to do it, but the moves don't seem to interact in that way for the generic moveset that they give you. In combat you can hover around, you have a bar that appears, so you can only hover for so long before you have to drop. And if you want to get rid of your overheating, then you should find some water or something to cool down really quick. Wasn't too much that was too difficult about the game. You'll find there's animals that will run up into your face that you have to deal with. The melee can take like a second to come out, so dealing with them is a bit awkward sometimes. But other than that, there's nothing especially hard. There was one part I came across that was actually pretty tough, and I will show you that in the video here. There were several giant monster things. They had quite a lot of shields. They were pretty tough. There was a lot of enemies in that area, so maybe it was more balanced for team play. I don't know if it rebalances for being solo or not, but I managed to deal with them sort of by hiding around a corner, using my shield, and taking my time with them. But really, you're probably going to want to play in a team a lot of the time, because the way that the different moves interact with each other, You'll notice that I have a bubble shield that I keep dropping down. That's going to be very useful for teammates to huddle inside and get some protection. Overall, aside from the frame rate issues, which are a bit iffy, but I'm sure I can get around them, and I'm sure performance is going to increase with the full release. It was fun. It was fun enough. Shooting doesn't feel great. Aiming at stuff is a bit wonky, like trying to hit specific areas of the body. There's a lot of recoil on the gun, maybe. That could be it. But the weapon didn't feel especially accurate, so I'll have to try out with different weapons. And I unlocked some different weapons at the end of the mission, as you will do. As soon as you finish the mission and get to the end screen, you'll see pop up everything that you've looted kind of throughout the mission. You'll have guns and abilities and upgrades for your mechs. Or javelins, I should call them, not mechs. But you know what I mean. So yes, so keep tuning in and I will try to get more footage and I'll try to get my next javelin unlocked as well, so that I can have a look at that. I'm looking probably to unlock the interceptor. Seems like a fun javelin to play around with. The storm also looks pretty good. Actually, all of them look pretty fun, to be fair. The ranger wasn't especially bad. Sort of generic at the moment. I think once you get more abilities unlocked and more variety of weapons, it'll probably be a lot more fun. But for now, enjoy the rest of the footage. I will sort of cut to the interesting parts at least. And stay tuned for more. I'll try to get more coverage of Anthem as we go along, and I will see you next time. Oh, if you want to leave a like and subscribe and all that, then please go ahead. But don't feel pressured to do so.
Signets. Let's hope this works.
One way to find out. Head back to the ruin and try to open that door. a little off balance to you? Muddled up?
Now that you mention it.
Anyway, I don't sense any other Dominion nearby. You should be locked safely in the chamber.
Excellent. You can explore in peace.